because whole new location for a whole new couple. Y'all, we're on to Spelivia. And I know y'all probably like, Kaya, why are you smiling? Because did you not see the way things ended for them? I already saw it coming and I was prepared for it going into it, you know? It's been solidified for me midway through. And then actually seeing it happen in the first episode of this season, I'm cool. I'm chill because we're only going up from here. Back to the top, start with my man Spence. Y'all remember at that game 6 weeks ago when he was struggling out on that field, his girl had to come out there and cheer for her man to get him to play right. So now, since then though, he been doing good. Coach is recognizing him as a star player, because he is. He got his bro over there cheering for him on the sidelines, and he's doing really well, just in football, in college and everything, and keeping up with his relationships with all these people that's in his life, except the most important relationship, which is him and Liv, girl. You know, yeah, his mama too, but like him and Liv, come on, she up there. She above Mama Grace. She is. Things have changed over these last 6 weeks, and we also see, we got them flashbacks, right? Them up in that jacuzzi. I was like, oh, they were trying to make it work. They were trying. See the way this episode started with the flashbacks, with them laid up in bed, you know, looking separately, looking hurt and everything, and to see him, he's focusing on football, her focusing on her article and being with her parents and everything, and being up in her house sometimes, and them not really interacting with each other, but they're still together. They were trying their best without having to have that tough conversation that they knew would have most likely ended things, you know, and to really have to talk through those things and see why it is they can't come together and why it is they keep finding like reasons to be apart. Really trying to hold on to that love that they have for each other, that they know is still there, very much so still there. Like, you know what, it's not crazy. No, it is so powerful. The love that they have is what is causing them and making them, and why they should be sitting here trying to hold on as long and as hard as they can, because deep down, at the end of the day, that love is always going to be there. Like, the way they came together, come on, y'all see everything they've been through to get them to this point, man. Point before the troubles, y'all. Wait, because also, hold on. Yes, they should be holding on as long as they can because of that love, but I also felt like that time had come for them to let it go. For now, for them to let it go and take this much needed break from their relationship, knowing that they are going to get back together down the line. I feel like this just gives them that time to really focus on themselves, focus on their career. Because look at them, she's advancing with her article. I know, I was giving her a hard time, still am a little bit, but now I can see where she's going with this. She ain't letting up either. So if she ain't letting up, I gotta get on board. And I'm on board with her little story. It's not little, it's a big story. It's gonna blow up. I know it is. Hopefully Spit's gonna be alright. But her being able to focus now fully on her story and building a name for herself, building a career for herself, and Spence to be able to focus on this bowl game he got coming up to that he's prepping for, and them to just work individually on themselves. Oh my gosh, it's like patient coop. What? So that way, once they get back together, they won't suffer from those same issues that they were suffering from before. And I also feel like it's time for them to get back to their roots. Get back to the roots. Take it back to basics. Friendship, they gotta take it back to the friendship, y'all. It's gotta go back, because it needs to go back before it can go forward anymore. Because if it doesn't, it ain't going nowhere. And we want it to go places. From the very beginning, when they started their friendship, Todd, y'all remember him? Thank you, Todd, because look where we at now. I feel like homegirl, she already liked him at that point. You know, she saw him. She knew that was the love of her life from the back of him. Since then, she's been able to, yeah, they've been friends. She's been able to get that friendship from him. But she was also wanting more from him that whole time. It took Spence a little bit to get there. It took him a little bit. And when he finally got to that point, yeah, it was friendship for him at first too. They finally got to put their feelings out there, profess their love for each other, y'all, that we got to witness. And now they're in this relationship for a little bit there, and things are good, you know? But it's the high of, you wanted this person for so long, both of you, because at one point he was wanting her down bad so hard too. And homegirl, she pulled away, she ran away, she booked it out of there. She went to Mexico, but she wasn't there for that long. And now y'all get together And it's this excitement, you know, it's something new, it's fresh, it's something you both wanted so badly. And yeah, the friendship's still there, but it's this, you're focused on your relationship, you know, you're focused on, this is now your man, this is now your girl, and you wanted to discover everything there is about them. You want to be in every aspect of their life. But at the same time, you also have things, because you're still growing, you're both still young, and you're both going into college, figuring yourselves out still. Don't come for me, y'all. Do not come for me. Spelivia is here to stay. Don't even. But this is why I am happy with where this episode ended up. Once upon a time, there were confessions that we were so excited for, still excited. But at the time, we were so excited for them to come because we knew where it was gonna lead us to. And that was great. And we got to see a glimpse of what they could be. But to know what they're going to be in the future, they gotta take it back. They need to take it back to the friendship. Wait, okay, hold on. I know, this is very sudden. Sidetrack from Spelivia for a second. We're still, actually, this is still Spelivia, but we gotta throw somebody back in this mix, right? This person is now at a 2.5 for this. Make it a 2. This girl, Coop, y'all, I don't know why it slipped my mind. It just hit me right now talking about Spelivia. This girl, Coop, had the audacity. She had the audacity, the AUDACITY, to say, Spencer loves you. He took a bullet for you? No. Y'all, what? No, that is not the way I remember it. No way. I don't know. Y'all remember it. I'm pretty sure I remember it the same way I do. That bullet was not taken for Liv. She's wild. I don't know what is going on in her mind to make her believe that, but that is not a fact. That bullet was for her. It was for Coop. Liv Girl was just in a crossfire. Spence did not take it for her. Spence took it because it would have been for you. And had Spence not taken it, Liv Girl would have got that bullet for you. Don't even. That was the most annoying thing that came out of her mouth that episode. Was it? No, I think a lot of things were tied actually for me that were annoying that came out of her mouth. But that was definitely up there, man. So now back to Spelivia. They've experienced the friendship, but I don't feel like they experienced the friendship completely. They started from a place of feelings were already being felt from one, mostly, before the other realized those feelings too. Like, oh, boo, I feel the same way you do. And then from there, going into a relationship with each other where they were in that love, that new love, and discovering each other on a different level now as a couple. And now with them going through and exploring this new dynamic between them, now being in a relationship, at the same time, they're having these discoveries about themselves and their passions and how to go about achieving these things for themselves. And it's a slow process, one that Spence, he thought it was going to come a bit quicker for him going into college. Liv Girl, she's slowly discovering these things and she's excited about it because this is something new and fresh for her. And it's colliding. Their two dreams, their two passions. It's colliding and affecting something they felt was so strong and so sure going in. And I like it because it's coming so early for them. They're still young. They still have time. They're in their freshman year, which is even better. They have time to hone in on themselves, time to really see and realize just how deep that love runs. Yes, they feel it now, but to not have that other person, and when you see them still moving forward and following their passion and their dreams, and you don't have to be with them, but you can just root and cheer for them on the sidelines, root and cheer for them as a friend. And I think they just need to get back to that, is not feeling that pressure, that added pressure of, okay, we're in this relationship with each other and I don't want to feel like I'm stomping on your toes in order to make my dreams possible. When you're in a relationship, you think about things, I feel like, a lot more, and you are a little more hesitant to share something like that, knowing that it could negatively affect your partner. Y'all, you know what it is when I think of Spence and Liv? I want to see them right now that they're on a break. I want to see them in this new dynamic because they've already experienced a friendship. And I feel like that friendship can be so much stronger. It's going to be so much stronger now, moving forward, once they get to that place. They need a little bit of time. But they've already experienced the friendship, and now they've experienced being in a relationship with each other. So now to see how the two things come together and to see them in that dynamic of things, because I feel like once they got in that relationship the first time, they were ready for each other. And now I think it's to see all of that come together and to see how they build on this to get back together down the line where we know we headed is gonna be so good to watch, and it's gonna make them so much stronger this time around going into things once they just work on their issues. And that's learning to communicate more, learning to stand sure in your beliefs and your passions, your dreams, and still being able to feel like you can express yourself and open up. It was so sad, but I'm so happy that it happened this first episode. It was more painful watching them do the whole back and forth, watching the strain on their relationship, just damaging it more. No, rip that band-aid off. Let's go. Get the break happening now so that way we can get them later on permanently. And that's what we headed, yo. Live girl now. Liv girl she's still staying with her parents from time to time. That couch, she loved that couch, y'all. She is always there. She's looking over footage because this boy Waden gave her tapes to look into Garrett, but he didn't give her no real information to go off of. So it's like look for a needle in a haystack. But thanks to Ash, remember Ash, my man's, he was like, yeah, it's easy to win when other players is going down. And I said, Liv girl said, girl, no. That's exactly what was happening. I said, hold up. She said, yeah, girl, Coach Garrett is out here paying players to hurt other players that could go down in the game so his team could win. I said, he got an evil mind. Yo, it's a good evil mind too. It's all right to say that. Yeah, it is. This man. So then Papa Billy, he all onto it too. Mama Laura, she looking like, I said, this ain't about to go well now. Because they are going to look into the team and the players on the team, so he may be negatively affected by this. He'll be alright. He gonna be alright. Hold up too, because I've had some months to think on this, y'all, and I was getting on Liv Girl a lot before about the articles and her writing these things and how it's affecting Spence, you know, and Spence, I was getting on Spence too because he looked like he wasn't really caring anyway, and I'm like, sir, for you to be saying these things like, I support you no matter what, no, you weren't showing that. But Liv girl, back to her. I'm going to say here, girl, I'm all for it now. The article that she working on, I'm for it. You know why? Because she putting in work. This girl is out. When I tell y'all, she love that couch. She be up on that couch and she be like this. And she just be scrolling and watching over and over again. She be digging. You know, yeah, people be throwing ideas out there to her, but she be actually digging into them. And I'm just like, I wasn't giving you props before for this, but now seeing the way you caught on so quick to Ash and what he was saying, I was like, I saw it. The second she realized it, I said, girl, I see your eyes right there. You realized something, didn't you? And she sure did. So I'm like, you know, I'm gonna stop getting on her like that because she be doing the work. She putting in work because this is what she wants. She damn good at it. Not gonna lie. She really is good at it. So go ahead, Liv girl. I'm for it, honestly. I am now. Oh, she's back at the crib, right? She get to visit. I said, oh, snap. This ain't the combo I knew was coming, though. She sees Spence. Spence sees her. And they ain't been seeing each other that much over the last couple of weeks. And, you know, Coop Girl had that little mini confrontation earlier when Coop was all up in her business. All up in their business. So now, Spence is here. And he's telling her about the party that he's throwing. And just to see, it's a little light here with them. But you can feel the nerves. You can feel the tension in the room. I can very much feel it. Yo, hold on. Y'all know what this reminded me of too? Him, when he come up in there. It was so awkward, just like that time too. And which episode was it? Was it 4-1? Was it 4-1, y'all? No, I'm lying. It was 3-1. Dag, it's been a whole 2 seasons since then. That's crazy. 3-1 when he shows up at the house and he got the key that time and she come down there because she got Ash upstairs. Ew, that's where we were then? Disgusting. She come downstairs all nervous, and they're nervous around each other, and they're just standing there staring, making small talk or whatever. That was this right here, making little small talk, trying to laugh it off. They wasn't laughing then. In 3-1, they weren't laughing because, you know, we done had that confession happen. We didn't really know what was going on at the time or why they was acting like that with each other. But right here, we know what's going on with the two of them. But I kind of got that same feeling with the way that they're staring at each other in the same spot. That was it. It was the same spot. I was like, ooh, this is good. So he invites her to the party. Homegirl, she's just as shocked as we were, right? When he first announced to us that he was throwing a party. She was like, what? I said, girl, that's the same look we had, right, y'all? He tells him she gonna go, right? It's the way she says it, so soft. And he's just like, okay. It was like a weight. His backpack was stolen, but this was a different weight. This was the weight of Liv. You know, it was like, oh. And it then lifted off at him. He was like, oh, she said she gonna be there. I could breathe now, because he was holding it that whole time that they were speaking. And my man, he's so excited now. And I was like, yes, but I knew when we got to that party, I was like, after that combo with Keisha, y'all, that I saw, Now we get to the party, and they're up on the steps. This girl, she had him for Secret Santa. Thank you, JJ. Come on, I gotta give JJ more props this episode. He was doing it. She ends up giving Mans some custom laces. I said, yo, the fact that she got all this going on, all that she had going on this school year, ain't been that long. We only up to Christmas, but she went to a newspaper camp. No, what was it called? It's not called. That's what he was calling a newspaper camp. The Journalism Institute. I don't know why that came back. That's where she was at too. So she had a lot going on. And after all this time, focusing on her articles and everything, she remembered her man's stats. Remembered them stats. I don't think she took notes anywhere. I think she had it up in her mental. I think she had it up here. She remembered every single one and got them all down them laces. And it was his color too. I was like, yo, that's how you give a gift, a meaningful gift. Man's appreciated it. And then here come Coop Girl. I was like, yo, you're so freaking annoying. He has to check, go check her. Because I told you about that photo that she took. Mind your business, come on, man. So he was like, yo, chill. No, she just kept taking it a step too far. She almost had a 0 for me. Now, we're at the end of the party, right? Everybody, they done dipped out. That house is looking real quiet. And it's just Spelivia. And homegirl, you know, when they're just waiting around and you see just the two of them and you already know things was happening before, you knew it wasn't going to end well. You knew it. She comes turning around to him, and at the same time, yo, I said no. As he's saying, I don't think we should break up. She's saying, I think we should stay together. I said, he gonna win. His statement gonna win. Look, because I expected this combo to go kind of like this with the breakup, but for her to throw out at the same time that she think they should stay together, that caught me off guard. And then I thought about it, and I'm like, this girl Liv has wanted this man from the very beginning, and she couldn't have him then. And it took her so long to get him, and she's been trying to hold on. Yes, they've had their issues. Yes, she's been hurt, but still, she loves him. He loves her too. And I'm like, to sit here and have to come to terms with the fact that it's the end for right now. For the two of you, it's something she wasn't ready to face yet. He had finally gotten to that place where he was ready to accept it. Liv girl, she was taking a little bit longer to fully accept the fact that, yeah, I think we do need to break up as of right now, because we're not where we should be. We're not our best selves right now with each other in this moment. And for Spence, from that conversation with Keisha, yo, you know, it's slowly building for him to this realization. But that convo with Keisha, with him giving that advice, that man, he thought about his own advice, and he was like, the times that I've seen her over the last couple of weeks, the little bit of times that I've seen her over the last 6 weeks, when she's been happiest, has not been with me. When I tell you it broke my heart, okay, that hurt. That really did hurt. To see, yo, Daniel, come on, Daniel. This man telling her all the times that she's been happy, that he's been seeing her smiling over the last few weeks, even just that night, up in that party, and her light dims just a little bit when she's with him, when she's around him. That hurts. Like, it hurts her to hear it, but do you know how much that has to hurt him to say something like that? To know, not, it sounds so mean, but that is what it is, that you're the reason her light is dimming. Like, not you because she doesn't like you, but because of where your relationship stands right now, where the two of you stand together right now, is dimming her light a little bit. And you can see that light shining brightly when she's focused on other things that truly make her happy right now. Live girl, to sit here and hear that, you know, to hear, because this may not even be something that she's realizing, you know, like she's not sitting here thinking when she's laughing with these other people, oh my gosh, I'm having so much fun right now. I don't feel this way when I'm with Spence. Like, that sounds terrible. But she's not thinking that. Like, when she's over here laughing, when she's fully expressing her joy and her passions and her thoughts and everything, she's not thinking about the smile that's coming on her face. And it's like when she's with Spence, she's not sitting here trying to dim her light. She's not trying not to feel happiness, joy, or laughter when she's with him. That just, it is what it is. You know, they aren't in that place right now where those things come to mind for her, where those emotions arise within her, based on how their relationship is going right now. And for him to be the one to voice those things. And that's why, you know, she says she gets it. But my girl, our girl, she was like, this is not our end. I said, girl, it's not. No, it ain't. We all know this. Come on. It's just a break for right now. Y'all can get together down there, down the line, just a little bit. So for her to sit here and accept it and to take it, she was shedding tears too, though. That hurt me. I said, dad, this is sad. I thought last season at the finale with them, when they had that big argument, actually, nah, it wasn't that sad. This was even more hurtful because it was a real breakup. Back then, I was just like, ooh, she tight. I was like, and she pulled away. Then, so now to see this where they're both accepting it and they are able to voice it out loud, what's been coming this whole time. Well, whole time being the last few months with them. This is only the beginning of Spelivia, y'all. We're gonna make it so far with them. It's gonna be crazy. And to see this new journey as they focus on their own thing. She's gonna keep writing this article. She's gonna bring everything to light. I don't care. She is. And I'm gonna be backing you, girl. I'm gonna say that right now. We're gonna see how I feel a little bit later down this season. I don't know. But to see Spence now also just focusing on football and to see them go back to being friends is gonna be so good to see. I'm gonna be here for every second of it. I cannot wait. And it's gonna be a great ride. So that is everything for today, y'all. I'm back. I can't wait to talk to all of you in the comments down below. Season is going to be top tier. Amazing, because it's gonna be, there's so much going on. That's the thing. Season 5, let's go. Let me know what your thoughts are for this episode here, for the season, everything else that is to come, and I will see y'all all next time. Peace.